Yo, AB.
Yo.
Hey, you training NTC now?
Nah.
You guys are at Mount Vert still?
No.
Where you guys at now?
Oh, you FBI agent, dog?
Oh, come on, bro. Don't do that to me. I don't care like that.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, but it sounds muffled, dog. Maybe it's because your mouth's so close, yo.
Why?
Oh, I pause. Yeah, my bad.
That's crazy.
We talking sprint culture, we talking track and field. When the gunshot lick it, give a man the chills. We talking speed demons like Usain. The red track where a legend really makes their name. The US and Jamaica, they run the sprinting game. There's nothing like the Olympics for your claim to fame. When you break the world record, you show you ain't the same. From the men to the women, times are insane. Yeah, we talking sprint culture. We talking sprint culture. We talking sprint culture. We talking sprint culture.
When the broadcast started, they announced that Noah wasn't running.
Oh,
At Adidas.
Is he good?
They said his ankle.
His ankle? What do you mean his ankle?
Who got crossed? That's a weird meet, dog.
But he runs there every year.
Yeah, because it's Adidas.
Yeah,
Why do they still have that meet every year, dog?
Trying to be different. It's probably low budget too.
Full house today. Anson, Henry, Nethaneel, Mitchell Blake, joined by Aaron Brown, Warren, the Weir-Wolf Weir.
Dope quartet though. Think about it. AB solidified like leg one, yeah? I feel like Warren will be on third. I'm gonna give you anchor, dog. I'm gonna go back stretch.
You give me anchor?
Yeah, man.
I'll take anchor.
No.
I'll take the glory.
No.
I'll take the glory. Now give me a lead,
used to run backstretch.
Give me a lead.
You used to run backstretch.
Give me.
I used to run backstretch?
I run backstretch.
In that case, backstretch anchor. Hey, that's cold.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Hey, I say 37 mid, you know, on a good
And
day.
that's because Anson might it up.
Hey,
I was waiting for you to be disrespectful.
You guys play pro clubs?
Yeah.
The chemistry's there though. The chemistry's there, right? Like, so first leg to second leg, you got the Canadian link, right? Chemistry. And then the hardware, like the Jamaican link. And me and Warren go way back. So we
no Americans, good exchanges.
And then, you're cheeky.
Yo, we'll be alright. We'll be alright, dog.
Hey, we're not gonna implode. We're not gonna implode, that's for sure.
Speaking of which,
Go ahead.
World Relays just happened.
It did.
You were there. Aaron was there.
Yeah.
You want to talk about your experience a little bit?
We DNF'd in the final, you know. Kind of sucks.
Did you?
Yeah, bro. What do you mean? Damn.
Imagine you were in the race. You didn't realize that?
Talking like he did.
Bro. No, we messed up too. So that's all I remember.
You guys messed up.
We're talking about that.
I feel like you guys didn't mess up. I feel like that was what you guys just done.
No.
When I say that, it's like Canada. Don't watch them early doors, man. Don't even watch them in the heats. Right. Like when the final comes, that's when you gotta watch them.
Respect.
World Relays is whatever, man.
Like, the main thing is we've got a quartet in Tokyo, and we're coming for redemption. You feel me? Like I don't really like the way I've been seeing these Canadians celebrating.
Doing their thing.
Whoa, okay. Right now, it's the South Africans that are celebrating, bro. Have you heard what they've been saying?
What they say?
Oh, DNA. Something about
they're feeling themselves. They're feeling themselves. My teammates are mad, bro.
I like that though. They deserve that shit. But at the end of the day, you got a shot when it matters, and they done something already. But show me in September. You feel me?
Right.
Talk to me.
What did they say?
Something about DNA. I don't know what that means though.
What's DNA mean?
No DNA, just RSA, something like that.
Yeah, no DNA.
That's like their slogan thing. Yeah. I don't know what it means.
So they're not humans basically. They ain't got no bloody DNA. They're just like Republic of South Africa.
They're just feeling themselves, bro.
I like that. So.
And then Akani posted a video, said, "I'm gonna walk you down" or something like that.
Wait, Akani's talking smoky.
He has that though.
Akani right now is reminding me of Ben Zimmer. Like, what year did Ben Zimmer won Ballon d'Or? Was it 2021? He's got his wrist strapped up right now. So he's moving like a gun, man. He's doing things, you know.
No, he's doing his thing, dog.
Nah, man.
That wasn't the first time they won this early.
Sorry? Yes, it is.
No, they won Commonwealth in Australia.
No, they didn't. Great Britain did.
I'm telling you who won 4x1.
2018.
Yes.
Great Britain did. Check your mirrors.
Ouch.
Check your mirrors.
Sorry? Ouch. Are you alright, mate?
Hold on, we can look this up.
Men's 4x1, South Africa won. What you got on it, Warren?
Google it, guys.
You know what? I'm gonna just send you a video compilation because they edit that shit for free for me, alright?
2018, yeah?
Yeah, Great Britain did.
Great Britain, first place.
Yo.
South Africa, second. You were in the race.
It's alright, man.
Wait, Warren was in the race?
Yeah, you guys were third.
Imagine you're in the race and couldn't remember what happened in the race, dog?
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about what.
That would have been a ridiculous way to lose a bet, dog. You're in the race.
No, that's crazy. Like, we were supposed to win. I gave the button the first, but I can't talk for what happened.
Jamaica's supposed to win everything. You guys didn't even qualify for world champs.
I wasn't there.
Yo, Jamaica had a tough war relays, dog.
You got to go to NACAC or something.
Bolt's not there no more. You guys aren't supposed to win anything.
Bro, remember you want to come to Jamaica for vacation, you know, so remember, you know, man, you can't come to
Come
the
to
airport,
vacation. Nah, bro. On the real though, come on, man. You guys haven't had the best of luck lately, man.
It was rough. It was
For
rough.
whatever
I don't
reason.
think it's not about luck. It's not about luck. I just feel like we don't have I'm not going to say a large crop because Canada has a small crop. I just think that our best foot is just not being put forward.
Bro, it's not even I'm going to stop you right there, and I don't like doing this, right?
I can say that straight because I can tell who wasn't supposed to be on it, so it wasn't our best
but
foot.
the thing is, you guys still have enough foot powers. It was Rohan Watson to Julian Fort to Johan Blake to Kishane. Broski, nobody had their strike four except Canada and South Africa. Only 2 countries had their strike four. Bro, you had enough speed on there, bro.
You could have been top 3 with that
Fort's been 10-0 this year. Kishane's been 10-0 this year. Rohan Watson, he's a solid start. He's a 10-1 guy, maybe right now. And then Blake's got the experience. So it's not about foot speed. Relay is not all about foot speed. And
I didn't say foot. I didn't say foot speed.
So what are you talking about? Skill set? Baton skills?
Mindset, full set, everything. I just thought that.
Yo, what always confuses me about Jamaica though is like you guys have champs, so I would expect you guys all to be like wicked with the relay batons.
Yeah,
Really,
primary school champs
really.
and high school champs.
No, but you know that not really, because not all of the top guys go to a school that them get to run a relay. I'm quite sure Kishay never ran a relay when it was in, because not all schools have 4 people to run a quartet.
The Baton hasn't been able to get to Kishane.
I'm not sure. It probably went to
You're going in right now.
That's a fact,
But
bro. I didn't mean it like that.
what I'm simply saying, I like to see that, because at the end of the day is we all behave like, including Jamaicans, we all behave like, yo, medals are put down for us and everything is put down, and at the end of the day, it still takes preparation. It doesn't matter how experienced you are, it's still going to take preparation.
How are the inexperienced guys going to get experience if you don't put them in the fray?
Like Jamaica team is legit just always like, okay, let's put this together. We'll get there 2 days before and they run.
Yeah.
Not like with the other countries who are prepared. So it doesn't matter how experienced you are. It doesn't matter how fast you are. It's still going to take some sort of preparation.
So how much preparation did the quartets have of yesteryear when you had the likes of Nesta, Freighter?
But wait, you guys never used to practice together.
Nah, you guys would practice maybe on the day after. You guys, most of you guys were Dublin, had 8 rounds
But
back
remember,
then.
they had pen relays. They went to pen relays. They went to small games.
Bro, the strike 4 that went to pen relays was never the strike 4 that was going to the majors, bro. And I know that because I was going to pens in high school at JC.
And can I talk, because I was there?
Go on.
All right. So when you have a quartet that insists of like me, Blake, and Bolt and Bailey Cole, we already trained together. And when you have a quartet like Asafa and other, they train together. So it's not much for them to come together on the day and do, because at the end of the day, the top half train together, the bottom half train together. Now, when you have 4 complete strangers who don't know nothing, who was not experienced like that, it's just going to be chaos.
So are you telling me that when you were at races, you guys would practice relay?
Yes, because remember we run at Gibson Relays, we run at Crystal Palace. When there's not much training, preparation, it doesn't matter how good you are. We have seen the fastest man run left button. We have seen the mix up with that pattern and Gatlin and all of that. It doesn't matter how experienced you are. If you don't practice, it's not going to make sense. Canadians know the practice now. Them can just get up and say, oh, yeah, guys, let's run.
No, Canada probably have probably the most practice because, well, AB, I can't speak on it. You're here, you speak on it.
We practice, for sure. We have relay camps just like you guys do. So like before...
Not us.
No. GB.
Yeah, we're poor.
The teams that put in the work usually show it.
The richer countries have the resources to do camp. Just say that.
You guys don't have...
Okay.
No, you guys... I mean,
okay, but dog, they're using the camps to go to warmer places. You're already in a warm place, dog.
Yeah, that's true.
So you guys just get together.
You guys don't even need a camp, bro. You guys are all on the island.
And most of you are in Kingston.
I'm just saying, we don't have that. That's not put together, which is still resources. That resources have to come together to make us train and do those camps. Because politics continue.
All right, so every year we know we're going to Florida Relays. That's like automatic. We've been there every single year I've been pro. Then there's usually LSU. Only some people go to that. I usually don't go. Andre, I don't think has ever gone. But like the rest of the guys in the pool usually go. The subs will go. So at least they're getting another relay run in there. And then sometimes we'll go to like a Diamond League. So if like London or Monaco or one of those like European countries has a relay team or a relay race, we'll go to that too. So that's 3 opportunities right there that are already baked in each year.
Yeah.
And then we have our camp before, like our holding camp before we go to Worlds or Olympics. And so we know, all right, if we pull up there, like we'll pull up at different times. So I might pull up like a week out because I'm like, okay, I'm going to train with my group as much as I can. And then when they leave, I'm going to come to the camp. And then when I come up, I'm first leg. So I only need to practice with Jerome. So, all right, Jerome, when are you going? Boom. We coordinate and then we'll have some practice time there. So that's like different times throughout the year that we have opportunities to go to practice if we want to. So we have baked in times each year for us to practice.
I think at this stage, though, they know each other. So they don't have to be there as often.
Like at least a
that's the other thing.
What about asking, okay, how are you feeling today? Long marker, short marker, it's simple that because you know that person so well.
Yeah.
Because practice.
Yeah.
The experience is still not there. When I was running, I was giving both button. And at the end of the day, I'm quite sure a lot of athletes will be intimidated by that. Blake is giving me button. A lot of athletes will be intimidated by that because this is a 9-6 man coming full blazing. It's either you move early or move late. So it still takes some sort of practice. I'm quite sure whoever is giving Kishane button, a million things are going through the head.
It was Johan, but
it didn't even get to that exchange.
Didn't even get to him.
In either one.
I was just saying, like, Kishane for his caliber, who he is now, a lot of, it is still going to take some sort of, it's not like you're running a 4x4 or a 4x8.
I feel like Jamaica's definitely like hit or miss with the 100 in that if they hit it, you know they're going to be up there. Like, if they get the baton round, it's kind of like America in a sense, but America have a higher success rate in that if America get the baton round, they're a medal contender. For sure.
What I think is Jamaica's biggest problem is that we don't prioritize those events. Like,
but I don't think they should be prioritized because everyone's got their individual accolades.
I would still say prioritize in the sense of like some sort of importance and urgency.
Yeah. The champs is late, so the champs is September, right? You usually would go to your end of season meets in September to collect a little change or do what you got to do, hanging on fumes. But now you have to be primed and ready for September, and I think that's going to be the funnest part of how people navigate it.
I was thinking the same thing though. I'm like, that's why athletes right now, like the opener doesn't matter as much.
People who have the qualifying time or the world, if their country goes upon world rankings, they're in a great place because they can stay loaded for as long as they want, essentially to their trials, right? Because nothing matters until trials. You got to make the team. But like for me on a personal level, because I don't have the qualifying time, I don't have the luxury of being heavy for as long. I can't be as dense right now.
Yeah, you have to get it then load up.
But I'm not trying to wait till trials for the qualifying time. I've done that before and it worked out. But you know, the saying in Jamaica, puss and dog don't have the same luck. So it may happen one year, but it may not happen this year.
Do you think a country that doesn't have a qualifying, like let's say guys like Joe Famble, Tobago, Julian Alfred, people like that, they're already on the team, essentially. Do you think they have an advantage? Or even people with the bye? So like Noah, Sha'Carri, they already have the bye. So you think they have an advantage?
I look at it as or the NBA do it. You win early, you get to rest. I look at it that way. Everybody wants that. At the end of the day, you are not in as much pressure to be as sharp as early. So like whatever people are saying now, I don't give a shit. I'm just preparing for what is needed.
Do you really not give a shit though?
But how much does it actually affect your psyche as like a superstar?
In some, when I said don't give a shit, I don't mean like don't give a shit. I mean like you aren't that pressured to be sharp to get the standard because you're already there. It's just for you to just take your time and progress to get ready at the right time. But when you don't have to worry about, oh my God, I have to go through 6 rounds because I'm talking about 100 and the 200. You don't have to worry. You can just relax and then guess that takes off one championship because I consider trials as a championship. You take one championship off your body to rest. You don't have to worry about running peak times that moment. All you have to do is sit and get ready. I would say that is honestly what helped Bolt goes into most of the games. Because he didn't have to come to Jamaica trials and battle.
But that's the American trials now.
Exactly. And if you're a superstar and if you are an elite athlete, you don't worry about that. Like look at Shelly. She don't worry about that.
Did she have the bye?
No, I'm talking about like previous years.
Like back okay.
We've seen it. She would sit right throughout the season and just like, okay, when it's time, it's time.
No, but whenever Shelly's had a bye, she's never been in a position where she'd get destroyed, dog.
I definitely feel that like Shelly's an outline. She's always been ready.
No, I think.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like
if a champion comes out and gets destroyed, there's something to be concerned about. I've never seen a champion come out and get destroyed and then come back and then win again. When have we seen that? It's obviously something, dog. If I see a medalist or a champion,
but destroyed in what though?
Say it's a Diamond League
on the circuit,
or say it's even a Continental Tour Gold. Watch if they're Olympic or World or whatever medalist, whatever meet they're in is going to be a big meet, dog.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's not going to go to Florida Relays. It's like Florida Relays or Texas Relays.
I'd say
or something like that.
past the middle of May, where the domestic circuits are essentially like over with because the collegiate season's done. So once you once you get on the plane.
But when do you consider it to be like the real season when you actually like start to worry? Like, are they in shape? Are they ready?
A month before trials.
A month before trials.
A month before trials.
I was gonna say that. A month before trials.
So it'd be June this year.
What, 2 weeks? Like there's no meets anywhere in the world. At least 2 weeks. Yeah. No one runs 2 weeks before their trials, right? 2 weeks. So you got the 3rd week before your trials. What are you laughing about?
But the month before trials.
Nah, bro, it's 2 weeks. It's a month.
You want to kind of look like something, dog.
Well, that's right now,
man. That's right now.
No, it's not right now. When's your trials? When's your trials? My trials are August 3rd.
Ours is July 31st or something like that.
And Jamaica trial is early.
Yeah, Jamaica's a month earlier.
This season's weird, dog.
No, it's not.
September championships is weird, dog. I was looking at the schedule.
Nah, because we asked and they listened.
It's going to end.
It's going to end the calendar year.
Warren didn't like that.
I like
You liked it.
For uniformity. Whoever wins the world champs or whatever, they end the season being the fastest person in the world.
Yeah. Unless you go to Athlos. That's not a real meet.
Is that going on this year again?
Yeah, it's happening after.
It's in October again, bro.
October?
It's not a real meat though.
October.
Damn, girls
That's a party. That's a party, dog.
Hey, the girls getting that bag, dog.
It's a party.
Yeah, they got 60 bands on the line.
It's a girls trip.
Gabby didn't even care about that last year. She went and she was like, whatever, the real season's done. I'll go get this check.
Yeah, collect the bag.
Yeah, but it's not a real meet though. As far as the real meets, yeah, Worlds ends it.
Yeah.
I like that. Warren don't like that.
He an old head.
Why don't you like it?
You like when people run after Worlds.
Because you get the money.
Yeah. I get the finance, but that's a downfall of the system.
You have to work with the system. You have to work with and against the system.
Okay, but
playing
the system is good for the athletes, but it's not good for the viewers and for the sport as a whole. As a credible sport,
it's confusing.
I don't care about the viewers.
But I'm saying you're coming into next year, like let's say someone wins. The following year, you're going to get that same bag that you would get after the meet. So what's the difference? You just have to wait a little bit.
You just got to be healthy.
Yeah,
I can honestly say back then, running after a medal is way hot because at the end of the day, it's now. They like you just run and them Europeans want to see. Oh my God, he just win! I want to see him right now.
So you're saying you wouldn't get as much if you came into the season as a champion?
You would, but at the end of the day, like I'm still getting racked to see me now because I just won that medal and they want to see me now.
But how many people shut down their season after the championships?
Most.
A lot of people, especially
like
if
a lot of people didn't run after Paris.
If you're Olympic champion and let's say you got the big ticket, let's just say I want to put let's say you got $1 million, for example. Are you really going to be swayed by 20, 30, 40 grand or 50 grand? Like
even mentally. Warren, even you said
emotionally it's a lot.
You tapped out mentally after you won your medal,
You guys got to remember, I'm in a smaller market. So there's athletes that was running faster than me slower than me that had bigger contracts. Shit don't make sense. But guess what? That's what it is. So me go and run for 50 bands, cool. Because y'all didn't give me the contract that guy who just won All-American NC's bullcrap. So that's a politics in it. Guys who did good in college come and get a big check and a bigger check than people who have Olympic medal. I've seen that. I've heard that. I know that. That's why you see them. They're very sketchy now of signing these athletes out of college because they got robbed so many times. Well, I would say scam.
But they can get paid in college now.
NIL, they're making more money than pros.
No, trust me.
Facts.
Man, you can get sponsored by a fast food shop, your local restaurant, and those little bags add up.
That's why.
That's true.
And then got a shoe doing on the back end.
And pretty girls end up getting a little something here and there.
That's why I would clash head with the guy that keep the Atlas. What the meet name?
Athlos.
He's basically saying in layman terms, he doesn't care about performance. Like people don't care about performance because it doesn't matter how fast they are with NIL. The name, if the girls look good on them, they run track, they might get a big contract. And he said that straight out.
But he's just keeping it real though.
I know that's keeping it real. That's why I said to you, I got to play the system.
Yeah. Because we all know that there's people who aren't as talented that get big contracts for other reasons other than performance.
Because when you sign that deal, you sign to Nike Sports Marketing.
Yeah.
Adidas
they're
Sports
trying to sell their product.
It's marketing. Like it's the marketing budget. You're an extension of their marketing team.
Like, you have to play the game. If I was running now, I'm telling you guys, I wouldn't give 2 craps about the running part because I will be out there.
You're wrong because you're not a female, bro. And respectfully, you have to.
No. Female or not, when you have that platform, I told you that you can still make bread.
Yes.
I'm telling you, if I was running now as an active athlete, there's no way that my kid's not gonna have Pampers and all of that. Because I'm not just looking at track, I'm looking at the whole market. And that's where no track athlete looks at. All they want is Gatorade and shoes and shirt. No, bro. Give me a soccer mom car for my family.
There's ways to navigate it.
That's facts. It's facts.
You have to play the system.
But so basically, we need to get to a point where the shoe deal is not the biggest source of income. It's a piece of the puzzle. And I know AB's spoken on this. I know you spoke. We've all spoken on this, right? But that's what it comes down to. Because we're held by the mercy of the shoe company, that's why we're having these conversations. Because as you said, if we were to dabble in other markets where it's just part of the pot, we wouldn't have this stress on performance and might perform better, to be fair, because you're not worrying about, damn, I gotta hit these markers, I'm gonna get cut, this, that, and the third. Because ultimately, we're the only performance sport that gets cut. It's in your contract that they can cut you every quarter. So we're the only like professional sport that happens to. It's crazy.
I know a guy who ran a personal best 9.8, made the Olympic final, dog. American.
What year?
And got cut.
Dog.
Jeez.
That we know the politics behind it.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Did he get cut or did he not like the offer that they signed him?
Yeah, that's insane, man. It's cold.
So that's what I'm saying. We have to play both sides of the fence. We have to play the politics of the fence. And a lot of athletes want to be on the nice side, but you can't be on all sides.
So you see that a lot of people were prioritizing Worlds because of the fact that it's the biggest pot, it's the biggest prestige and all that stuff. But now you see something like Grand Slam come along. And you can make real money early in the season, dog. But before June ends, you can make over 6 figures, dog.
I might just fuck around and peak for Grand Slam and say I'm done.
Yeah, I have 2 teammates right now.
Hey, Melissa, hey, how come you not in a Grand Slam? You should be in that shit, man. You want the nicest 1-2 combos there's been. Like, I'm gonna give AB his flowers here now. Every time I see AB, I say, you know what? He may not have the medals to back it, but consistency-wise, to be at the top of the sport for a decade.
Like, he was in every final.
Bro, I remember 19, man, made both finals, but like, he's nice, bro. Like,
this man's vexed Grand Slam didn't come out 10 years ago, dog.
I know.
Nah, he's still nice now.
He's still nice now.
I'm not gonna do that to him. I'm not gonna do that to him.
Final, dog.
Hey, I know he's watching Grand Slam, like, I'm nicer than that dude, man. I know he's watching it.
Track athletes don't always think money first, right? They should, but now they're starting to because there's more opportunities. So should track athletes now be thinking, should I be prioritizing the early part of the season where I can get into GST, or should I still be doing the same traditional shit and being ready for the championships where I'd have to win to get something decent?
The longer they have Grand Slam, the more it'll start to shift. And you got people saying on the podcast, like, how are they going to fund this? How are they going to come up with the money?
Why are you worried about that? That's none of your business. It's not coming out of your pocket. Don't worry. It's like
ridiculous.
I said the same thing. They're acting like they're shareholders in the company, like they have the stock in it or something. But the longer that they have the Grand Slam, the more that people will say, oh, wow, people are getting the bag off of this. Like, then they'll start to shift their priorities.
And what I love most about Grand Slam, everybody is a star. Not like the other meets where you go there and it's only 2 athletes are being promoted. When athletes are praising Diamond League, yo, bro, you're just used to being in the house, wiping master foot. At the end of the day, yeah, be rebellious. Yeah. So all the top athletes that come to Grand Slam, thanks for being a leader. Thanks for being different because you guys took a risk.
Exactly.
Not even a risk. A lot of people are saying, oh, I may get blacklisted from Diamond League. So a lot of people are like that. Change don't happen unless somebody like boom. So when these big names don't want to do that, you're just a follower. You're never a leader.
But you got to realize that the athletes have the power. Like, how are you going to blacklist Gabby Thomas? What Diamond League's going to be like, no, we don't want you. Like, what do you mean? She's the Olympic 200 meter champion. Sydney, stay over there. You like what?
Yeah, but remember, Anson, there's only few at the top of their event that can think that. The others won't.
Yeah, but there's some big names that didn't follow through. Imagine a group of you decide to go rob a bank, right? And then, hear me out. So you go take the risk to go rob the bank, and you pull it off. and you guys make the money. And then all of a sudden, because you guys did it, now some other people are going to be like, oh, shoot, y'all did it. Okay, yeah, let me get some of that money, yo. That's kind of like...
That happened to me before.
You were robbing banks, dog?
No.
Yo.
The scenario.
But what I'm saying is, some people took the risk and were like, yo, this is something new. Let me get behind it, yo. I'll put it on the line to get behind this. And then now people see that it's a thing and they're going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, I want to be in it now. I think that's lame, dog.
It's hard here because we're speaking in code, speaking cryptically, aren't we? We don't want to out people's personal business, right?
What, names that should be there?
Who may have been invited there, but chose not to go.
We know who would have gotten. Noah should be there. He obviously got invited. Sha'Carri should be there. She obviously got invited. Julian should be there. She obviously got invited. And I had Kyle. I had Kyle on the show. Kyle Merber, the director of racing. I had him on the show. Did you approach all of the big names?
If there's someone that you are looking at and being like, well, why didn't they get so and so? It's like, why? Like, of course we tried to get so and so. Like. If
you tried the Grant Holloways, you tried the Julian Alfreds, you tried the Noahs, you tried the Sha'Carris.
Yeah, of course. If you want a gold medal, why would we not have tried?
And they may have their reasons. I don't know. But look, athletes have been trying to break out and get some sort of power for themselves for a while now, dog. This is kind of a breakaway from the mold where it's like the athletes are actually coming together to do something different.
Was it a fake outrage? You're mad because you just want to be mad, but when the solution is there, you don't take it.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
People been talking about this shit, dog, and now it's here. So like, well, I don't know. How are they going to make money on the back end?
Okay, so let me represent for all the whole heads. I won't call their name. Whenever I see them, there's like, yo, bro, if I was running now, as I wake in the morning, I'm posting Grand Slam. As I go to sleep, I'm posting Grand Slam. There will be no way that I won't be promoting something that is bringing opportunity to my sport.
Exactly.
Yo, I've said bare things about Grand Slam in their favor, and I haven't been to any. So I don't care. I just know it's good for the sport.
But
Exactly.
you know what it is already about? You're a purist. You're a guy who wants the sport to do well in it, and I feel like that's all of us here. Like
most people don't care.
It's so sad because it's like I don't have kids, but I used to say, yo, my kids aren't doing track. Because the amount of hours and sacrifices that are made. Like, you got two little ones, right?
Bro. You're like,
say that. But now with Grand Slam and Athlos and other things of that nature, you might be able to say, you know what? Give it a crack. It might make sense. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Let me say pause though. I understand what you're saying, but just like with Golden League, where they were trying to go for $1 million, you may say no, and then a few years, because there wasn't much support, it went away.
That's why I'm trying to help it.
We have to talk to our peers and say, bro, at least you're not there, but at least talk good about it. You're here and I'm an onlooker looking in and you're talking bad. I'm going to say, if that person's talking bad about it, me as a fan, why should I go?
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, cool.
I would say though, Grand Slam has been railing on the backs of Jamaican fan base so far.
Wait, what?
I don't agree because the stadium was empty.
No. The stadium look empty because of the stadium look. Miramar was legit just Jamaicans.
Miramar is not
Once
Jamaicans.
again, you said Jamaicans, but that's in America. Like, let's talk about where competition was.
What I'm talking about. Remember, Jamaicans love track.
Jamaica is a sponsor of
Jamaica
Grand Slam.
Tourism Board.
When you have the Americans are somewhat bashing Grand Slam, it doesn't look good to the Americans fan base. Bro, you make your money already, whether or not leave other people to come and take some. But now when you're talking about it, it doesn't look good to the shareholders. It doesn't look good to the fans. It doesn't look good to somebody who just pop up and go watch it. I totally disagree with every athlete who comes and full on bash it. Like, why would you bash it, bro?
I don't get it, dog.
It makes no sense. Even if you don't like the Grand Slam, competition only favors the athletes. If there's a monopoly, like only Diamond League is in town, they can pay you whatever they want because they're not going anywhere else. Where else are you going to run? Where else are you going to get the top dollar? But when you have multiple meets competing, then they have to bid for you. So even if you don't want to do any Grand Slams, now the Diamond League has to give you the bag to secure you and lock you down because they're like, all right, we got competition from somewhere else.
Competition.
So it helps you in that way too.
I don't think a lot of athletes have that type of critical thinking.
No, they don't. No.
Well, then what about the agents? What are they getting paid for? These are the ones that should come with that. Like,
hey, they still taking 15%. Some taking 20%.
No. Remember, all they're thinking about is their homeboy put on that meat, so I'm gonna be loyal to my homeboy.
And that's the problem, man.
Yeah,
it's a old boys club, man.
Look at some agents are set up pretty well with how things are right now. Very, very nice, dog. So they're not trying to fuck this shit up. They be like Grand Slam too.
A lot of agents think like, at the end of the day, I'd rather be loyal to the meet director than my athlete because this guy going to top run in 5 years. This meet director going to be here forever.
Literally forever. There's the same guys that are running the meets that were there when my coach was there.
No, Grand Slam's gonna be around for a while, dog. I'm thinking of it like tennis, yo.
Like WTA.
Like, yo, I won Wimbledon. I won the US Open.
Yeah. So
I won the Miami Slam.
You have the Grand Slam tour. You have the Grand Slam tour in obviously the majors.
Yeah.
And then you obviously have the other tour as well, right? And that's how I feel. As you said, there needs to be different pots to be able to get from, because the athletes' numbers is finite, but if the meets go up, that means that we then have the power to demand more. Because I can say that I don't want to go to Philly because I'm going to Monaco. And Philly might say, well, I'll give you 10 bags more if they really want you. You know what I'm saying? But it's for athletes to stand on the ground.
We talking sprint culture. We talking sprint culture.
If bare people have been like, yo, how do I get in?
I'm trying to use my connect. So the Anson's the commentator there. Yo, plug me, dog.